Shakur has more to lose here. Shakur is the one that's thought of as, like you said, pound for pound number one day, maybe someday in the not too distant future. He's the favorite in this fight, bigger favorite than anything any of us anticipated, at, around 3.5 to 1. But Teo, look, what I look at here is I think Teofimo, yes, he's had problems, scares me for Teo, but I'm going to use your word, Max, fast twitchies.
There's a scary theory in boxing right now, and it has nothing to do with power or knockouts. It is the idea of the impossible fighter. This kind of boxer doesn't just beat you. He makes you look like you never belonged in the ring. We saw this with Floyd Mayweather, and before him with Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. According to ESPN analyst Max Kellerman, that role now belongs to Shakur Stevenson.
How do you envision it? I mean, I'm sure you played it out in your mind a bunch of times already.
Me just making a great fighter look average. That's how I see it.
Are you gonna fight like the Zepeda way? Because that was the first time we see you fight like that.
I can't tell you how I'm gonna fight. I fight different styles for different people.
Yeah.
So I may fight this way for this guy. I may fight the other way for another guy. But my main objective is to get the job done.
What makes this fight so interesting is the date. January 31st. Shakur Stevenson, the unbeatable ghost, is stepping into the ring with a man known for destroying legends, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo struggles against average fighters, but when he faces elite champions, he becomes dangerous. Max Kellerman and the Ring Magazine panel explain that this will not be a normal fight. This is a clash of styles, and someone's career could change forever.
Getting it right, the best fighting the best. Both fighters believe that this matchup settles the argument about who leads the new era. So what do we think of the styles matchup, guys? This is a high-speed chess match a la Sugar Ray Leonard or Pernell Whitaker, Leonard and Benitez, or Pernell Whitaker, Buddy McGirt, or is it a Jerry versus Jerry fight, right? Because no one wants to take the lead, or is it...
Kellerman's main reason for backing Shakur isn't speed or power, it's defense. Shakur is almost impossible to hit. Losing a fight is one thing, but feeling like you can't land a punch is another. Kellerman compares Shakur to Pernell Whitaker, a defensive master who made opponents miss by inches. Shakur doesn't gamble. He breaks fighters down with intelligence and wants to shut Teofimo out for all 12 rounds.
Malik, I'll start with you.
I think it's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Teo. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Teo. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
What do you think, Doug?
They're both boxers. I look at Stevenson as a versatile technician. I look at Teofimo. He's a boxer puncher, but his specialty is his counterpunching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counterpuncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete, and as a competitor, he is one of those guys who saves his A game for a fellow elite opponent. That's when he really rises his game and shows us the Teofimo Lopez that everybody thought he was when he was a prospect. People used to look at him and say, oh, this guy is going to be the star in boxing. It didn't really play out that way, but every now and then he reminds us how special.
Many fans believe Teofimo has no chance because of his recent performances. He struggled against Sander Martin and looked flat against Jermaine Ortiz. People started questioning his mindset and saying the pressure broke him. A lot of fans have already written him off before the fight even happens.
Teo said that your defense isn't as elite as people think it is.
It's impeccable, he said.
I disagree with him, but he said he don't think it's as impeccable as people think it is.
I mean, he ain't been in there with me to know whether how good it is. Good sparring ain't gonna tell. We did 3 rounds. That shit ain't. He couldn't barely hit me then. So I'm not taking nothing from the sparring, but he don't know how good I am. Like, you don't know how good my defense is until come January 31st. He pretty much said your style of boxing. He said he's beat hundreds of fighters with your style.
200 southpaws.
200 southpaws. So he said it's light work. Man, that's the thing where he gotta like pay attention to, because like, yeah, you did good with some southpaws, but then there are southpaws you did bad with. So it's not just, okay, I beat Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. But then you fought Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin, and they are two southpaws who both gave you trouble. So
that's a good point.
it gave him confidence to beat them bigger guys that got the bigger names, but his confidence went down when he fought them other guys. So truthfully, all that southpaw shit, that shit sound good, but what you gonna do when you get in front of me? I'm not none of them guys.
Teofimo Lopez has a strange pattern. He often looks average against weaker opponents, but rises to the moment against elite fighters. He shocked the world when he beat Vasyl Lomachenko and dominated again when he defeated Josh Taylor. Max Kellerman believes Teofimo needs fear to perform at his best, and fighting Shakur Stevenson could bring out the most dangerous version of him.
In both fights where he won the Ring Magazine Championship, he was the underdog. 4-1 underdog against Lomachenko. People forget, Lomachenko was taking elite fighters in the lower divisions and they were quitting.
Yes.
He was beating them into some, they were like, I can't do this, right? And Teofimo beat him. Right, he outboxed him.
Yeah, he didn't do it by physically imposing himself on him.
He outboxed him. He outfought him. He had speed, power, and then again against Josh Taylor at junior welterweight, he was the underdog. So he saves his best for his biggest moments.
Yes, and Max, and look, I give Shakur a lot of credit, right? Because we see fighters like Boots Ennis that want to do a tune-up fight at their first fight at the new weight, and like Devin Haney, Shakur saying, "I'll go right to the top dog at 140." So props to my best friend, Shakur Stevenson, Max.
Yes.
But look,
What is the beef with you two?
I think it's fun, you know? I think we, I don't think it's real hate.
You have this ability to bring out a certain kind of animosity in people in the boxing world. Does this extend to outside the boxing world?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I've had that ability since I've been like 4 years old, Max, and growing up. But you asked about Teo. I actually think this fight is about Teofimo more than it is about Shakur Stevenson. And the reason I say that is, it's what Doug said. When Teofimo Lopez rises to the occasion, he looks like a guy that can't be beat sometimes. And I say it's really about Teo here because Shakur, like you said, he's the favorite, 3.5 to 1 favorite right now. He's the one moving up in weight. And if you look at it stylistically, Shakur, right, he's the better boxer. We've seen Teo have problems with, fast and fleet boxers like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. But then you think about sometimes when Teo rises to the occasion, I mean, the odds are closer to the Josh Taylor fight, but everyone was picking Josh Taylor that you spoke to in boxing.
Yeah.
And we saw what Teo did to Josh Taylor. We saw what Teo did to Lomachenko. And one of the things that I think that gets lost in that fight against Lomachenko is Teo threw more than 100 punches in the final round to make sure he won that fight.
Another big misconception is that Shakur moving up to 140 pounds means he will be too small or weak. Heavyweight trainer Malik Scott shut this idea down, saying Shakur has developed man strength and isn't easy to bully. Shakur has trained with Terrence Crawford, and his body punching is underrated. If Teofimo realizes early that he can't bully Shakur, panic could set in quickly.
Shakur is a whole different type of animal. His ring IQ is up there with the best. He's getting literally, I don't know how many times we've seen 2 pound-for-pound fighters sparring each other. Shakur Stevenson is getting top quality work, literally top quality work. And that makes me want to ask, I wonder how he look at his opponents after boxing Bud so many times and always in camp with Bud, and not just in camp with him, sparring him. I'm sure that played a big factor in his confidence.